Alrighty guys, we're back for some Jodah Vampires, and this is a Dominaria United Standard Brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you guys. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. What do we got in the build here? Jodah the Unifier is the keystone of the deck. A 5 mana 5/5 with all 5 mana colors up there, guys. Legendary creature. And the abilities on this are absolutely insane. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. So this could seriously buff a board state, huh? Now it has another ability tacked on here as well. Whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with a lesser mana value. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So a great way to help us go wide as well, which is kind of just insane. It's a perfect build around card that we just don't see very often, do we? What do we got on the front of the build? Well, 4 cut downs and a couple Fateful Absence to just have some early game removal, which is going to be very important, honestly. Now we got a single Jadar and a couple Ravenmans. While they're not vampires, it's going to be very important to have these early legendary creatures as well. So, and Ravenman pairs well with, of course, Liliana of the Veil, where that +1 lets each player discard a card. So something to think about there. And of course, Liliana is a legendary planeswalker, so that plays well with Jodah's second ability, because it says legendary spell, not legendary creature, so that's pretty cool. And then also, of course, we got the 4 Plaza of Heroes. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but yeah, 4 Plaza of Heroes in here, where that second ability on Plaza is tap to add 1 mana of any color, and then spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell. So that obviously works with Liliana as well. Now we do have a single Bank Buster in here for some card draw, and it happens to just be a terrific card, huh? Got a single Path of Peril for one of our board wipes for 3 mana. Destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. That could save your butt easily. But it also has a cleave cost here for 6 mana for 4 and a white and a black, right? Destroy all creatures. Nice. That could really come in handy, honestly, and hopefully this deck doesn't worry too much about destroying its own creatures. I don't think it's going to worry too much about it, honestly, but we'll see. We got 3 Florian, the first vampire, finally. This is a 3 mana 3/3 with First Strike, which is already pretty decent. First Strike is, I feel like First Strike's really powerful. It does a lot. But it also has this ability here where at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponents lost this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exiled card this turn, so a pretty sweet way to get a little bit of card advantage, hopefully whenever you can, right? Hopefully every turn you can effectively use Florian's ability, but we'll see. We got a single Celestus here, legendary artifact, nice. Now you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Beautiful. Now, the bottom ability here, we know from experience how much life you can gain from the Celestus. This is just going to be perfect in here, guys. It really is. Got 4 drag to the bottoms as our main board wipe here. Now we got 12 total triomes in this deck, so we have 4 towers, 4 lounge, and 4 proving grounds as well. So getting the domain up on this is going to be super easy. Each creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is 1 plus the number of basic land types among lands you control. So it's going to be very easy to wipe boards, and yeah, it's going to be very easy to get a serious amount of -X/-X on your creatures. Now, this doesn't hit our planeswalkers like some other board wipes would, like for example burn down the house and stuff. So our Liliana and our Sorin the Mirthless are safe from all of the board wipes in this particular deck. Sorin the Mirthless, you got that +1 to give us some cards, which is sweet. The -2 to generate vampires, which of course is going to work in this deck. A flying lifelink 2/3 is pretty darn good, and it's not going to be unheard of to hit that -7 with Sorin. So Sorin deals 13 damage to any target, and you gain 13 life. So at that point, hopefully you're just wrapping up the game, but it could also just help you survive some extra turns so you can wrap up the game, right? So we got 3 Edgars in here as well. This is a 4-mana 4/4. Other vampires you control get +1/+1. Nice, already a great reason to try out vampires, right? When Edgar dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. So it comes back as Edgar Markov's Coffin. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink and put a bloodline counter on Edgar's Coffin. Then, if there are 3 or more bloodline counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. So overall, Edgar is pretty difficult for the opponents to remove. So it's going to be very powerful, and honestly, it might be worth having 4 of them in here, but we'll see. I think 3 is going to be fine. It still is legendary, so it's something to think about. I guess if you have Edgar on the board and you play another Edgar, one of them is going to die, so it'll come back as the Coffin. So even though it is legendary, you can still play a couple of them successfully. So now we do have a Henrika Domnathi in here, a very powerful planeswalker. Each player, so at the beginning of combat on your turn, you choose one of these that have not been chosen yet, so that's pretty cool. Each player sacrifices a creature, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, or you transform Henrika. So the transformed Henrika into the Infernal Seer is very powerful. Flying Death Touch lifelink 3/4 is really good, but then it also has that ability here for 1 and double black. Each creature you control with Flying Death Touch and or lifelink gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So another way to buff a wide board state. It can buff things like our birdies from the Raven Man. It buffs the vampires off the Coffin, the vampire from the Sorin. So Henrika being a 1 of in here is probably going to be worth it. For the each player sacrifices a creature, maybe we can sacrifice like our Decayed Zombie from our Jadar, for example, so that could be pretty cool. Okay, I already went over the 4 Jodah, right? I hope so. How do I forget if I went over Jodah or not? Somebody send help. Oh my goodness. We got a single Evelyn here. Now this is a 5-mana 2/5 with Flash. Whenever Evelyn or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. Once each turn, you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability you controlled. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So just a pretty great way to get some card advantage, honestly. And the Flash is pretty cool too, because we do have instant speed cards and of course like instant speed abilities off of Bankbuster and stuff. So keeping all that open with an Evelyn could be pretty powerful overall. On the very top end, guys, we have we don't have a single, we have 2 Olivia Crimson Brides here. So this is a 6-mana 3/4 with flying and haste. Whenever Olivia attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. It gains when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. And we have a ton of legendary vampires in here. Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of great creatures to hit with Olivia. Maybe we discarded a Jodah with our Liliana, and then we can bring it back with Olivia's ability, which would be absolutely devastating for the opponent as it buffs the Olivia big time off the Jodah, depending on what else you have on the board too. Like an Edgar, which would also be boosting Olivia as well. Like, there could be some seriously insane plays in this deck, so we'll see, huh? The rest of the mana base, I thought through a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't hold us up at all. We do have an Abandoned Mire and a Seat of the Empire in here as well. No honorable mentions today. I think, like, there's too much. There's absolutely too many cards that you could just include in here, but then it takes away from the rest of the build. So I guess as far as like the removal goes, choose your favorite bits of removal. Like, for example, this could be Infernal Grasp, And if it is Infernal Grasp, it is going to change up the mana a little bit over here, because you might not need the caves, for example, if you take out the Fateful Absence. So just something to think about, I guess. Okay, guys, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, and see how we do. Alright, we'll see if we can get right into the first match here. Now, standard, it has not been taking much time at all to find games. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this time it's gonna take time. Uh-oh, guys, I might have to edit this piece out. Oh, no, we're fine. We're fine. 20 seconds, that actually took a second. I'm actually shocked by that, a little bit. Ooh, great hand. Wow. Wow, really great hand, guys. Let's start with the Plaza. Aw, Raffine's Tower. That would have been nice. But at this point, it's going to be Raven Man. And then next turn, we can go Mountain into Liliana if we wanted to, or Florian's available. They're going to cut down my Raven Man? I guess Florian would be better here. Also, preparing now. No, we're fine. We're fine. We have a couple turns of... Like, we have Liliana next turn, too, and then the Raffine's Tower can come out tapped. Some Orzhov, huh? Okay. Well, Cut Down can hit Underdog well enough, but it's probably... Swing first. We should have swung first before playing the land by the... Oh, okay. Nice. I mean, I'll take it. Got that first strike, so... I guess we can plus the Liliana. It's a little awkward. I don't mind just ditching the tower, though. It's fine. I don't want to get rid of Edgar, or the cut down for that matter. Another Underdog. Nice, nice. What are they going to hit on 4 mana here? Oh, they got their own Edgar. We got a weird little mirror match. I like it. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and go -2. Comes back as the Coffin. Now we get that swing in. And see what we find off of Florian. Probably mana is what we want to hit. Yeah, Xander's Lounge is probably better than Plaza here because of the domain. Well, we already have red, blue, black, huh? So maybe it is Plaza. Now we'll go Lounge. We'll go Lounge. That's fine. And we'll get our own Edgar down as well. Now, we could have done more damage had we played the Edgar first, but we don't know if we would have found an Edgar off of Florian and then just played that one instead, you know? We got a Sorin here. We got a fun little mirror match style thing going on. So the -2 is pretty bad. The cut down could hit Vampire. I kind of want to save. I guess we could discard Edgar successfully. Could also start with a swing too and see what we see. That's fine. They probably protect Sorin, right? So let's swing at face. Swing at Sorin. See what we see here. They have 1 mana open. And I don't want to use the cut down, so they're going to spread this out. They lose both of their creatures. So we can't use the Florian's ability then. I wonder if we play the other Edgar here. I don't know if we discard off of the Liliana too. It's kind of a tough decision to make. Play the other Edgar. And we'll keep this one on the board. This one comes back as Coffin. And we do have the cut down available. So let's get rid of Drag to the bottom. I don't think that's going to do too much for us right now. I hope that's an okay decision. I think the cut down's a little bit better here, though. Okay, they're going to search off the Sorin. So they might end up leaving this open. Wow, they find a third Tenacious Underdog. That's probably worth hitting with the cut down, right? over the 1/1? Probably, probably. Even though they can eventually blitz it back, like that's still, you know what I mean? We can -2, we get to hit this. Let's go ahead. Hit their 1/1. I guess either one would have worked then since we were planning on dropping the -2 there. Okay, so we want to take out the Sorin and hit face as well. Pretty good. Pretty good, guys. Jadar's a decent draw too. Let's see what we see off the Florian. Jodah. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Wow. Like I said, the mana base is one of those types of mana bases where it like we're gonna easily be able to cast Jodah. You would hope. You really got to see the Plaza of Heroes to successfully cast Jodah every time. A second Sorin, Edgar flipped. Pretty scary stuff, but the Jodah is just disgusting for us, guys. It really is. Path of Peril. Okay. Okay. We might buff this board state with the Jadar and then swing. It's not going to hit anything. It's going to exile the whole deck, and that's fine. Because it goes right back. And we do have the +1 on Liliana if we wanted to. But yeah, we're going to full swing here. At base. Force blocks. I realized that their Sorin might get a little dangerous, but forcing some blocks. They're going to gain 2 and lose 10. Nice. Yeah, the Edgar is kind of ridiculous. It's surprising we don't see it more. It's pretty cool that we got into a game here that is immediately rocking Edgar. And we get to play it this turn, huh? I guess we'll just go Proving Ground. That's okay. An extra mana's fine. And I guess we can plus. We don't need the Path. And getting rid of a card in the opponent's hand is probably better, especially since then we have the -2 available on the Liliana for next turn. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see if discarding the Path of Peril's fine. A lot of mana open, guys. It really is. It could be... Oh, no, not a farewell. Not a farewell. Okay, at least we drew a Florian. At least we drew something, guys. What a card, guys. Why? Okay, well, they have another available. So they can swing with Vampire, kill Liliana easily. So we're just gonna go ahead and make sure that Vampire's out of here. Great draw for us, but oh no, guys. Now it's gonna be an uphill battle as this was looking terrific for us. At this point, the opponent can draw. Okay, it's just a plains this time. But they can just draw and draw and draw, and then it's just like, it's very scary. I wonder if that's the only farewell in the deck. We could have been playing around it, maybe? Maybe. Bankbuster's pretty good. Could swing face. They don't know what's in our hand, so we're gonna swing face here, because they probably block. They have no idea what's in our hand. Easily be like a play with fire or something. Yeah, they don't get the life gain from this because of the first strike. And then we're gonna get Bankbuster down. Do we draw this turn? Probably. We could find something to play. Jodah, nice. Okay. Come on, guys. Let's get this victory even after the farewell. Let's get there. Yeah, GG opponent. I wonder what it was on the top, because they were at 4, so they were gonna have to lose life for whatever was on top for the draw. Like it could have been like and invoke Despair, for example, and then they couldn't draw it. So, nice. Okay. First game victory. I'm always satisfied when we get our first game victory. That farewell could have been devastating. Holy cow. It could have been absolutely devastating. We really got to see the power of Florian in that match. And don't underestimate that card by any means. The first strike on that card is actually just insane too, so. Okay. What do you guys think? Opponent goes first here. I don't know. I think we keep this. Like, there's a lot we could draw. Caves is fine. Let's go ahead and start with Xander's Lounge. We have a couple turns of Triomes, and then we have Liliana available for removal if we need it. Couple headquarters over there, okay. We're gonna need the Liliana, I see. I see. See, we have a black source here and a black source there, so we can successfully play the plains. Or the caves, that works too, but this is fine. Let's go -2. Get that Shauna out of here, guys. This card is ridiculous. And next turn we have Edgar, hopefully. Secluded Courtyard Human. No way. Is this a Jodah build? This might be a Jodah build, guys. What's up with that? What's up with that? Okay, we can discard Henrika here and drop the... Let's see what they end up discarding. I kind of want to keep the Path of Peril. If it is a Jodah build, we might need that board wipe. I think Henrika's fine to discard. Yeah, we got to be careful with the Dennick's ability with the Olivia, by the way. The Dennick ability, cards in graveyards can't be targets of spells or abilities, so yeah, we gotta be careful with that one. It could just be humans. It could just be humans. But if this is a Jodah build, then what's up with like the weird little mirror matches? Like, they're not exactly mirror matches, right? But kind of like a little bit from both. Like that first game was like a Vampire Orzhov style, right? Or it could have been. And then this one could be Jodah, which would be pretty cool too. Right, Edgar's tough, man. It's tough. Urtai, okay, cool. And then they could swing at the Liliana here. We do get a card draw though, but Path of Peril's looking pretty good on 6 when it comes time. Swing at Liliana. Makes sense to me. Another Edgar, wow. Okay, that works. Let's get the Proving Ground down. Let's get the Charmed Groom back onto the board. Pretty good, guys. It's tempting to go Path of Peril, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, we kind of reestablished a pretty good board state here already. Ratadrobic, let's go, guys. It's got to be a Jodah build, right? Okay, let's get the Swamp down. Olivia's available, but we're not going to get to target our card because of the Dennick, which is a shame. A little bit of spot removal could go a long way. Still a pretty good swing in the air, though, let's be real. At this point, the Ratadrobic protects their board from the Path of Peril pretty well. I'm tempted to just get the Florian down. Well, we could see where they block here, too. Nah, let's go Florian over the Olivia. I'm curious to see if we're going to eventually... So the first strike happens to be really good. Their blocks here are terrific, so we don't want to do that. Somehow we got to get rid of Ratadrobic and the Dennick so we can use Olivia's ability successfully. You don't want to lose Edgar while the Coffin is already on the board. These guys are just going to swap out, but... Yeah, they're going to swap out next turn, and then we're going to get a Coffin back, so... Going to be generating a lot of 2/2s here. This is going to be an interesting match, guys. Hallandal, oh my. Yeah, definitely a Jodah build. It's gotta be. So the Hallandal is pretty terrifying, to the point where maybe it is going to have to be the Path of Peril. Oh, but the Ratadrobic, guys. How are we going to do this? This targets, right? Return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard. I think that would still be considered a target. So they probably end up hitting... They bring back one Dennick with the Ratadrobic. They kill the Florian. That's fine. 100% okay. Yeah, I think Abandoned Mire would still... Okay, Ratadrobic brings it back as a 2-2. You guys will have to let me know, does this count as targeting off of, like, the Dennick's ability? Can't be targets of spells? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but, well... Yeah, spells or abilities, so, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And we will go ahead and just keep either or, that's fine. Comes back as Coffin. Okay, cut down, that's what we wanted to see. We cut down the Dennick. This is so silly, though. Is it, like, because they have Hallandal, too, so it's kind of like, is this worth it? I think it's worth it because it's pretty fun. See, they're going to get a second Hallandal from the Ratadrobic anyways, so... it's worth it because it's fun. It really is. A full swing here could be insane. They have the first strike for one of our 2-2s, but this is fine. We're full striking. Yeah, we're full swinging here. Henrika's pretty good. Florian's excellent as well. Let's go Henrika for flyers. And then Henrika next turn's pretty good too. So we could have held back some of the cards, but like a double block into Edgar is pretty good for us. We only get one Coffin though. We do have to be cautious about that. They do go for the double block. They block a 2-2. Okay, we're gonna take out the Hallandal. They're gonna get a token back. Better than getting Urtai token right now. And then hopefully we're gonna get them low enough to where maybe the Path of Peril is gonna be worth it then. We only get one Coffin, so the other Edgar goes into the grave, but Olivia can always bring it back, so they need something great. Yeah, that's something great. Jodah gets haste here. We could easily die, but so could they. Haste, vigilance. Yeah, we're just gonna chump the Jodah because that's a lot of damage. What are the odds, guys? Like, the first game was up against Orzhov, and it had Edgar in it. Super weird. Okay. So, Path of Peril, again, like, we're really struggling because of this Ratadrobic. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, they create a token that's a copy. And so, this Path of Peril is just kind of sitting here wondering what it's doing. As, like, they get an Urtai and a Jodah back now. At least the Ratadrobic and the Hallandal would be gone, though. Alright. Let's go Henrika. Let's go... So buffing this board could be pretty good. They gotta be sweating at some point. Probably... What did they sacrifice? I guess the Urtai. We're gonna go for the transformation here, guys. We're gonna full swing, because at any point this is just gonna be the opponent's game. And now we have the buffs off of the Henrika Infernal Seer. And we have the Raven Man as a blocker too. So let's see where they end up blocking. And then use the Infernal Seer's ability here. Okay. So let's use the ability once. Edgar's gonna get exiled, huh? We can only use it one more time if we want to. Got a lot of life gain here. If they have simple removal for the vampire, then we're dead, though. Let's risk it, guys. Let's risk it. Let's do it. We've got a good chunk of life gain. A lot of damage coming through. Oh, we actually get it back as the Coffin, huh? So I think I'll keep this Coffin, though. And then it actually... So it doesn't get exiled. When does it get exiled? When you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. Oh, yeah, so it's going to die. Go to the grave anyways. Bring back Dennick. Dude, the Ratadrobic has really, like, really kind of stomped us down here. A really great addition for a deck like this, huh? Ratadrobic could have been good in this build, too. So we could take the damage. The Dennick blocks in the air quite successfully. I think we block. I think we block. We don't want to take too much damage. I was thinking, like, is it going to be worth having that vampire swinging on the ground? And the answer is no. Oh my goodness, we found our own Jodah, huh? Alright, that's gotta be the play. Get the Jodah on the board, buff everything, and now the opponent needs some form of removal as we're gonna buff everything again. And we're about to bring back the Edgar too. Oh, let us play it out, opponent. Let us play it out. Maybe they have something as well. Bring back the Edgar. They have lifelink anywhere? They block once in the air. They have this open, Spara's headquarters. Jodah off the top is huge, but our opponent also saw Jodah. Oh, reach! They had reach, guys. That's why they're still here. Oh, okay, well this is bad news then. This is bad news. Oh, this is still anyone's game because they're gonna get the Urtai back, kill the Jodah. And then we draw. Wait, we still have great blockers though, let's be real. Let's be real. Yeah, get rid of the Jodah, we get our lounge. Oh! Oh no, they lose the buff though. Alright, we're gonna keep this coffin. Play the lounge out as land, I guess. And yeah, guys, the reach on the Hallandal and Radadrabic just holding this game down for the opponent. What a match, guys. I thought we had it there. But yeah, the reach. Hallandal being gross. We have a ton of life. No, they're going to take out our flyer, though. Okay, I guess we have no choice. Oh no, guys. Oh no, the Radadrabic. Why does it exist? We need something terrific here. Okay, because we need a double board wipe, which would technically work here. A double board wipe would work. We're not going to take 20 damage. I'm going to chump. Jadar's not terrific. Yeah, double board wipe is what we need. Another Jodah. Crap. Do we keep swinging? What's the play here, guys? What's the play? This is insane. Get Jadar down. It's too bad it wasn't like a Liliana or something. Because, well, now, yeah, with the Radadrabic, it's gross, guys. This is nasty. This is the copy, right? Yeah, this is the copy. Is this a copy? Is it? The other one here? No, it's not. It's not. Oh, token creature. You can see when it says token there. Yeah, bad swings now, guys. We can't swing in with these successfully. I think it was still get everything onto the board over the attempted board wipe, though, because, yeah, them getting most of their legendaries back as 2/2s and one of them being Jodah. Okay, Shauna's gonna hit the board, and we really, really need to see that double board wipe here. We haven't gotten one yet, so we could see a drag to the bottom. And that might be able to do it. Not with Jodah at first. We'd have to start with Path of Peril, huh? What a match, guys. What on earth is even happening? I'm super shocked that while I was going over Jodah, didn't I say we never get to see Jodah, and then here we are? The game likes to prove me wrong. I know that much. That's funny though, dude. Look at that board state. I can't believe the power that Radadrabic has currently over us. We're just gonna take the 10 and hope. We could trade, sure, but no. Like, I guess it could be Vampire, it could be Vampire Edgar trade, but then they get the Urtai back to kill our Jodah, so. Well, I guess that's that, huh? They can full swing next turn. Let's go ahead and just go, yeah. Let's go ahead and just wipe this board and watch their Radadrabic do some work. Yeah, they have the full swing next turn, guys. We're at 14. We could block as much as we wanted to, but let's be real. Look at that board state, huh? They're about to gain a bunch of life from Shauna, too, with the lifelink. What else has lifelink here? Does this have lifelink? No, it does not. I had to double check that. And then Opponent's holding this for some reason. Am I missing something here? I guess one of these. Target human. Oh, you can have target human gain lifelink with this, though. Is there something behind? But just a human over here. So they're going to get a bunch of creatures back, so I'm not entirely sure what's holding this open. There they go. And then here comes the Ratadrobic triggers. That's awesome, opponent. Dude, let's go. The Jodah didn't even hit this board yet. Wait, what? Wait, huh? What just happened? Jaren, apparently I got to read this card all the way as I was just kind of briefly going over it. Enters the battlefield or another non-token human you control dies. You lose 1 life and create a 1/1 white human creature token. Oh my goodness, guys. Holding the Path of Peril back. I didn't even deserve that, dude. I didn't deserve that at all because I didn't even read Jaren all the way. That is why they were holding it open, like, oh crap, is there any way that I won't take the damage from the Jaren? That was pretty risky playing Jaren then, huh? That was pretty risky. Because they were so low on life. Oh my goodness, guys. I didn't deserve that victory by any means. The opponent's deck ran away with it. Ratadrobic was absolutely insane. In that match, so I wonder if I would have found better removal at some point for the Ratadrobic if that game would have gone differently. I was feeling pretty confident there in the middle, but then they had enough to block us in the air, so no red source here, guys, so this could be particularly bad. We go first too. Let's try it. We got 2 victories in a row. They were pretty fun matches. I'm 100% okay with losing if we have to, so. Also, having Fateful Absence to help us survive an extra turn to find the mana for the Florian is pretty good. Yeah, I can't believe that last game. It's so silly. So, Garden, we're going to get the tower down. We have Henrika, so, like, any mana off the top. I believe we have 26 mana in this deck. Yukai Naturalist. Okay, well, we probably want to hit this on our turn because Tamiyo's safekeeping does exist. They can draw off the clue, and we should be able to find the mana for the Henrika here. Ooh, Restoration. They get to bring back the Naturalist next turn. I think it was still worth hitting this, though. Making all their enchantments cost less is pretty brutal. Okay, let's go ahead, go Henrika, and then draw. See what we find. Nice. Proving ground. So, let's see. We have blue. We have black, blue, white, and then red, and then green on the proving ground. So, we're already set to play Jodah when it comes time. Bring back the Naturalist for sure. Okay, looks like Naya Enchantments, which is pretty scary. There's a lot of options in those decks. Nice. Rite of Harmony. Teachings. Draw a card here. 2 cards, right? Because it's enchantment as well. Yep. That's scary, guys. That's definitely scary. We're ready for Jodah next turn. Liliana isn't great because they have that spirit there. I think I'm just going to transform Henrika. I should have waited on the proving ground, guys. I should have waited. Because the plan was to swing with the Henrika, and now if we only see land off the floor... Oh, wow, cut down. Well, we didn't get punished there. That's pretty good. We could have gotten punished, though. If we only saw, like, land or something. So just something to think about, right? Save the land back if you're going to plan on playing Florian. I didn't exactly know what my plan was. That just happened to be the plan after the fact. Architect is there. Jodah's ready to slam onto this board, guys. They need some removal for Henrika this turn. Other words, this is going to be pretty gross. Yeah, drop the land, and could be Fateful Absence, Circle of Confinement. It's going to be a Spirited Companion, though. Yee. It's going to be a gross board state with Jodah on the board. Going to be very gross. Ooh, Path of Peril. Okay. Well, Jodah affects the damage, so let's do this. Save a blocker back, but let's be real, the first strike here is nasty. We're going to be gaining 6, too. This could be anyone's game, though. This deck could run away with it quite easily. This looks like the type of deck that's running like a Depopulate, too, so... Okay, they're going to chump the Florian and take 6 in the air here. Alright. Another Jodah. Let's go Xander's Lounge, huh? Get that down this turn. Florian is just really good. I'm surprised we don't see more Florian. The problem is, when you're playing red or black, or like Rakdos, or, you know, anything like that, there's so many powerful 3-drops that just kind of take the spot away from Florian, unfortunately. But, like, this card has been putting in work today, guys. And I could see it putting in work often. Maybe it's time to try out more Florian-style builds. Because it doesn't even have to be in a vampire deck, you know? It could be in anything. Okay, they didn't start with the Rite of Harmony, which tells me they have some kind of plan here. Followed Haunting, okay. Okay. Teachings, they're just going wide. I think Path of Peril is gonna do the most work here. Yeah, it's probably Path of Peril. We'll start with that. Start with the Path. Destroy all creatures with mana value 2 or less. And I suppose we'll go Liliana and make him sacrifice the Architect, which is pretty gross, guys. Raven Man's gonna hit the board. GG, opponent. Oh no, guys. Oh no. I still can't believe that second game. It's one of those things where first of all, sometimes I just need to take a second to actually read the full card if the opponent plays it. But it really depends what's going on in that match. If I get distracted or something, that card winning us the game. I feel like I just didn't deserve that second match, though. That was a pretty insane game where everything lined up for us here, guys. The Jodah's nasty. They didn't find removal for anything here. Path of Peril just completely wiped up their board. Liliana was going to make him sacrifice the Architect. The Raven Man was going to hit, buffing this whole board state again. Like, the opponent could have gained a ton of life this match, and it wouldn't have mattered because our board state was just huge. Holy cow. All right, guys. I don't think we're going to have time for another one because I do want to take a second and talk about this deck. It's kind of insane. The decks that we saw today, they were a little bit off meta, which was pretty fun. I'm just super glad we didn't see mono blue, as I've been seeing way too much mono blue. Number one, guys. Okay, yeah, first of all, okay, here's the deck list again. What do I want to say about it? Well, 4 Jodahs, right? Worth it. I don't think you want to go down to 3 of these. Even though it's legendary, it's so important to see. And you guys saw, the mana base is pretty good, isn't it? Like, we had no issues casting out Jodah, which was awesome. If we ever did have issues, then maybe it would have been as simple as discarding it with our Liliana and eventually bringing it back with Olivia, which could be really cool. Edgar was huge, guys. This card is very, very powerful, and the coffin is sweet. The way it kind of shuffles between the two, if you see 2 of them, is really powerful too. Did we get to see Bankbuster today and Celestus? I don't think we did. They're only one-ofs. I still think they're going to be worth it. Maybe we did see Bankbuster at some point. No, I forget. I just got done recording the Chaotic Titans deck as well, and we definitely got to see Bankbuster at least in one of those games, so I'm kind of getting them all mixed up right now. Yeah, the early Legendary creatures are pretty solid too. We kind of saw in that last game there where if we play something like Liliana while Jodah's out there, then we do want to get something free onto the board. So a Jadar or a Raven Man sounds pretty good because it buffs that entire wide board state. Florian was insane, guys. I can't believe the value we got off of this card. The first strike is so good. That bottom ability, wow. Like, I mean, for real though, like the fact that you can just find your land for the turn with this, that's really good, isn't it? Because most decks you don't want to miss your land drop on any turn. And so being able to find it with Florian is really good. Holy cow, I am very pleased with this card. I remember playing with it in the past and it didn't do as much. So maybe something happened recently in the meta to where Florian just got a little bit better. Maybe I just got lucky with the card today too, and we were able to do a lot more with it. And maybe I got unlucky with it in the past where it just felt like I couldn't do much. I guess the big thing about Florian is, you know, Lightning Strike. You know, Mono Red is still a big threat on the ladder, even though we didn't get to see it today. Lightning Strike hits Florian quite easily, but you know, something that doesn't, Cut Down doesn't hit it, so that's kind of important. Path of Peril was pretty sweet. I can't believe that second game, guys. The fact that the Path of Peril won us the game because of the Jaren. What was that card again? Hold on. It was Jaren, right? Let me see. The game's freezing on me. Okay. Corrupted Bishop, right? So when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, okay, is there lifelink on it? Was there an ability that they could gain life on? Because it was stuck on the opponent's turn there for a while. Not their turn, but, you know, it was stuck. I can't speak. That's how taken aback I am by the fact that we won because they played the Corrupted Bishop. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, whenever it enters the battlefield or another non-token human you control dies, you lose 1 life and you create a 1/1 white human creature token. I can't believe that, man. So when I was looking at this, when I was like briefly reading it on the opponent's board there, it didn't click at all. And I completely skimmed past the whole lose 1 life part of this. And so how much damage would we have been able to do total there? Because they were at 5, but we just wiped a huge board state over there. It was non-token. So I wonder how much damage we actually ended up doing and what they needed to be at there. Yeah, what a risky card to play when a deck like this probably has board wipes. But yeah, they didn't exactly know what they were up against either, so ah man, I didn't deserve that match. I apologize, guys. You know what I mean? I hope you enjoyed it though. I hope you guys got a kick out of that like I did, because that was something else. Did we get to see Drag to the Bottom do anything today? I don't think so. Right? Ah, man, I wish I could remember the matches better. No, we ended up discarding Drag to the Bottom in the first match, right? To the Liliana, because we didn't really need it in that game. So I still think it's going to be worth the 4 Drag to the Bottom. I think that there are going to be moments where you're just definitely going to need it, especially against aggro. There's still a lot of mono red and Gruul aggro too. And guess what, guys? Mono white making a comeback, which I'm not surprised by at all. Every time we go up against mono white, I'm like, huh, why isn't this the go-to aggro deck right now? Because they have so much power and so many options just packed into it. And like they're running Sarah Paragon on the top end, so they're able to cast stuff back from the grave and doing gross things like casting an Adeline back. Just it's pretty nasty, right? So against those mono white builds, Drag to the Bottom is going to be huge because they're rocking the indestructible 2-drop too. The what is it? It's the soldier, Guardian of New Benelia, where they get to discard a card. Guardian of New Benelia gains indestructible until end of turn, then they tap it, and so the -X goes a long way against that too. So yeah, I still think it's going to be worth the 4 Drag to the Bottoms. Henrika was sweet. I don't know if we want 2 of them. I think 1 is fine, completely okay. Sorin, did we get to see Sorin today? No, we did not, huh? So Yeah, I mean, that's the deck. The mana base really just was beautiful, wasn't it? Oh, man. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. A little bit longer going over the deck here for the final thoughts, but there's just a lot to talk about, huh? Either way, if you made it this far... Oh, wait, did we get to see Evelyn today come onto the board? No, I don't think we did get to see Evelyn. Yeah, I don't think we did. Yeah, a lot of our one drops, a lot of our one-ofs, I mean, we didn't get to see today, but yeah. All right, if you made it this far into the video, then y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.